me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself, yeah.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this.
Coach, it's a pretty frigid December day in our nation's capital. We got our space heaters on full blast up in the booth at FedEx Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Redskins. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Go! Red 80!
Check 53's Mike.
Here I come!
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
57's the Mike. 57's the Mike.
Know your job.
Henry running right.
Watch the curl.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Luck on first down. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Here's Locke. Complete. It's Henry. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Wait a bit.
We see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On second down, here's Henry. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Throwing is locked. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Watkins, the intended receiver. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result. Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. They'll drop the throw. And it's complete. Henry. And all the way down to the 22-yard line.
Let's go!
A big play there for Philly. 42 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
It's 2nd and 8 at the Redskins' 19-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, tight end's right.
He completes it to Evans. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that would be pinpoint here.
So I was going to ask you about that, field. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Justin Houston racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
It's 2nd down and goal.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? They'll try to run it in with Jones. And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. On from the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip.
Next to score, Eagles 7, Redskins nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Check out. 675. I got you. I got you.
On 2nd and 15 now. Luck. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Luck. He is going to find Hill here. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
And the Washington Redskins, first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Screen 90. 56.
They gonna need some therapy after this.
On 1st down, it's Long. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll come up now with the clock showing 3 seconds to go here in the 1st. On 2nd down now, it's Henry, and he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
I can't believe they even let you play.
11.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
Now Luck. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. They just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check. 12.
Check. 53.
Back to throw. Luck.
Watch the run.
There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there. Trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some touch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
12. Mike, 53. Mike.
Hey! Check!
They snap it to Locke. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Ready?
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a two-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Let's see what you got.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive. Yeah. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And after the punt, they have a long way to go if they want to tie this football game.
And when you say a long way to go, you mean the full 99 yards backed up almost as far as you can be. And they also have to be aware that the defense is going to come after them. A lot of defenses will blitz and attack in this situation, hoping to cause a little bit of havoc.
Number 53, Mike.
140, easy, alert.
General West.
Watch that.
Bang, 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 bang.
On 2nd down, it's Henry. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
He's checking.
Hey, check.
Hey, wahoo!
From the end zone, Locke. They complete it to Hill. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. Two minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Foxtrot.
Watch the backer. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 50. Mike, 53.
3rd and 2, Locke.
Push him back.
Escaping the pressure right. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great. Let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. Now a first down throw. Locke airing it out deep for Smith. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. And taking a gander at the NFL scoreboard in Minneapolis. Early lead in that one for the Packers. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
It's just me and you. It's just let's go.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Jones has it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Ronald Jones. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Eagles 14, Redskins 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Elsewhere on the NFL scoreboard in Dallas. And the early going, it's the Texans out in front. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Washington Redskins, first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. 53's the mic. 53. Check 53.
A shotgun snap for Locke. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Luck now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. First and 10.
Check 53's Mike.
From the gun, here's Luck. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Cortland Sutton, as the first half is winding down, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Zerline connects on the extra point, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Go!
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
After the interception, it's Love. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. He was looking for the running back, Derrick Henry. And it's second down. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, check.
Mike, 53.
Hey, Haywood.
Mike, you don't want this. Check 53. Check 53.
Now it's Love. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And Luck will be intercepted for a third time. Picked off down near the 5. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
First and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot downfield. Nope. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game will just start all over.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
On the ready.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
It'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
Hatchet.
Again, it's Jones. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
And it's third down.
Got it.
56. Mike's 56.
Hey, come on, oh.
Hit it.
He'll look to throw. And that was incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it'll be Redskins football now with a first and 10.
Come off the ball hard. Watch out. Deuce.
One day.
Check 31, check 31.
Check. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
Check pass. 53's the Mike. 53. Check 53.
Oh, here we go. Oh. Mike, 53. 53. Mike.
Long. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards.
A gain of 15 yards.
Check out.
Redskins. 11. Watch the twist. Kill.
A first down carry for Henry. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Watch the screen.
This quick pass complete to Sutton. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
11Z.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 50.
From the gun on third down, Luck. The open man is Smith. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 33 yards that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Check out. 390.
56. Check.
Right foot.
Mike 56.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. A good run on first down, and now they contemplate a second and goal situation.
Nice play.
He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal?
Get him.
They'll run it with Mack. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal?
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Here's Locke. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on third and goal. Let's see what they do on fourth and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on fourth and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on fourth and goal.
Switch.
Right ahead.
Watch twist.
Right ahead.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on fourth down. So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. And the 10-year bet knocks it through the goalpost, and they take a 17-14 lead. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll set up to throw. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Out of the pistol to give to Jones. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. This one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. This from 54 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will tie things at 17 all. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers? It's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Love. And his throw is incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Out of the gun, Love. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fielded just inside the 30. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
Come on, set.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Second down and inches. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. 23 yards the pickup there. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Not that time for Watkins. And that'll bring up second down.
Brings up second and 12 at the 18-yard line.
Second. Wide 40.
Right there, 56. He don't know no better.
Got a man open. It's Sutton. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
The Redskins on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Let him know, let him know.
Here's Locke. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 7 catches for him now. And this last one, a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Monday. 12.
Throwing again is Locke. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Luck going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Check. 11. Fresno.
Luck throwing again. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
The mic, boys, 56.
After the sack on first down, Luck. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Cameron Jordan has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
These babies crawl all the way back home. Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Bud Dupree in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. He'll take it at the 42. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
We go!
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Now Jones. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
They're not ready for this, man.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones.
Y'all playing the wrong football.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Look at me. Door.
He's cracked.
Topper. Go.
Motion, watch the motion.
Hey, ready?
2nd and 9 now.
Don't say nothing.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
We can't be stopped.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in
Season
December.
of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
Derrick Henry, and he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Derrick Henry with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Redskins 24, Eagles 17. Greg Zerline set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive.
Let's go.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. He's back to throw.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one.
And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. They get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Luck. They set up the screen for Henry. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Hey, check. 56. Watch. Switch. On.
Luck now to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Let's take it inside his own 40. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. This from Tom Dempsey range here. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll go again to Jones. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
That last pass puts him over 300 yards now in the game. More importantly, though, big first down here in OT.
And the team around him has a lot of confidence now after picking up that first down. Everyone seems a little more energized. But did I hear you before the game call in and say, This is my quarterback for your fantasy league because he just gave you a good stat, didn't he?
He did, and I appreciate it. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Drop deep, drop deep.
2nd and 6. He completes it to Henry. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He completes it to Evans. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll set up a throw. He's got Evans. Mike Evans, he's going to go. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Philadelphia, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Washington, it's a tough one to swallow as they drop back to 8-4 on the year, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view, hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks, I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes, wins come in twos, cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they wanna keep me, oh that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay.